Do you know anyone who doesn't love a good baked brie? Ooey gooey cheesiness with like a delicious topping. I love it. I'm sure you love it. Your mom loves it, your sister loves it, like everyone loves baked brie. I'm Michelle from Cup of Zest, and today I'm going to show you how to make my baked brie with fig jam and pistachios. It's a great appetizer for a holiday party. Did I mention how easy this recipe is? There are only a few ingredients, and you just like mix a couple things together and bake it on top of the brie. So we've got our 8-ounce wheel of brie cheese here. It's a double cream brie, and it's on a parchment lined baking sheet. So we're gonna let that hang out while we mix together our topping. So we've got a 1/4 cup of fig jam. It's gonna go into our bowl. And then we're gonna add in about a 1/4 cup of chopped pistachios. Look at how green these are, they're so pretty. It's gonna be really nice in this topping, just to add a little color because it's very like brown on brown, but the green's nice. So just a rough chop. You can leave some pieces whole, and these are going straight into our bowl. And then we're gonna add in some dried figs that we're gonna roughly chop. These are not very pretty, but they're delicious, and they're gonna add some nice texture to the topping for the fig jam. Just a nice little rough chop on these guys. You can use other figs too. These I got at Trader Joe's, and they were quite inexpensive, very cost effective, and I love that. Go ahead and measure that out. We just need a 1/4 cup. That's about right. This last little guy I'll save for later. And we're gonna add in some fresh thyme. Just try to get those leaves and give them a rough chop. The thyme's gonna add a nice earthiness to our topping, and it's just gonna be like, just delicious. That's all I can say. It's gonna be delicious. So now I've got some stems in here. That's totally fine with this thyme that I have. It's a really soft thyme because it's from a thyme plant. If you get something that's gonna be a little bit like sturdier branches, then you definitely don't wanna chop those up, but this is fine. So just a teaspoon of thyme leaves roughly chopped. We're gonna go right into our topping. We're gonna add a pinch of salt. Lovely. And then, special ingredient, a splash of brandy. Just a little bit. It's totally optional, you don't have to add it in, but I find that it adds like a nice balance to everything that's going on in here. And as you can see, I left some of the figs bigger. Nothing's really finely chopped. You got some nice texture going on in here, and the color is not bad. You know, the green from the pistachios, it's really pretty in here, and it's gonna be delicious. Once this is mixed together, it's gonna go right on top of our brie. Hello. Just spoon it all right on top. I know it's gonna look like a lot, but when the brie oozes, is all melty and delicious, the topping will kind of spread out on top of it as well, and it's gonna be fantastic. Yes, okay. Oh my God. So good. I could eat this just like this already, but it's gonna be a million times better once it bakes. It goes in the oven at 350 degrees for about 10 minutes until everything's nice and gooey. You can check it by kind of pressing on the sides of the brie to see if it's soft enough. Make sure you don't burn yourself. But 10 minutes at 350 has been really great for me, so you can go ahead and go with that time too. All right, here it goes. All right, here it is. Look at this baby. It looks so good. It's been out of the oven for about 5 minutes. We want to wait for about 5 minutes before cutting into it or plating it because it's going to be like molten cheese in there, and you want it to be ooey and gooey and run a little bit, but you don't want it to be like molten cheese disaster everywhere. So let it sit for 5 minutes before you plate it, before you cut into it. So I've got our platter here. We're just going to use a spatula. I'm using a fish spat. It's got a nice thin blade so you can get underneath the brie. And we're going to transfer it to our serving plate. This is just going to hang out of the way. When you plate it, if you want, you can go ahead and put some really fine crackers behind it. It's going to add a little extra dimension to your plating and make it really pretty. I like these crackers. They're delicious. Little crisp breads. And they just like add some fun other element to your presentation. We're also going to add some lovely thyme. So just a couple little thyme sprigs, you can put it right on top. You can put some on the side. These guys are really long, so I'm gonna crank them up a little bit. And it just makes it feel a little bit more festive. Very excited for this. Hello. Gorgeous. Lastly, my favorite ingredient right now, little freshly cracked black pepper. All right, we're gonna cut into it, and I want you to see how gooey and delicious it is. So I'm just gonna do it at this angle. Oh yeah. I mean, oh my God. Let's get a cracker ready for that. Oh my God. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. Cracker's happening. We're getting in here. So see, this is even after 5 minutes of waiting, and it's still really gooey and perfect. If you had cut into it any sooner, or even like right out of the oven, it could have been a disaster. And this is really going. So, you know, anything more than that, I just think it's a little too much. All right, time for a bite. I don't have all the toppings. Oh my God, I need all the little toppings. Give me a pistachio. Here we go. This is a big bite, but it's happening. You need to make this. Get into this. Do it. I love the black pepper. I'm just gonna put a little bit more. With these crackers, the flavor is just, they're like spot on. The brandy really like rounds it out. The pistachios have some great texture, and so do the big figs. You need to make this. You saw how easy this was to make. You need to make it. Oh my God. All right, friend, you need to make this recipe for your next party. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any other party food fun. Also, I want to take a moment to thank all of the fun people in my Patreon community. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do these fun videos, and I can do more. So thank you so much for all of your support. All right, guys, I'll see you later for our next video when we do more delicious party foods.